What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Show. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are starting something new today. It is time for Control. I've honestly been looking forward to this game. It's one of those that have been I've not hyped up a whole hell of a lot because I don't want to say I don't know what to expect because I love the developer here. I love Remedy. They've made some of my favorite games, or at least one of my favorite games. Alan Wake being one of my favorite. I put out on Twitter last night when I was at work. Somebody was saying how I think they said Quantum Break was Remedy's most fascinating work. And actually I really liked Quantum Break, in all honesty. I really hope that game gets a sequel, just like I really hope Alan Wake gets a sequel. But Control looks almost something completely different from the studio. They have so many interesting properties. Like this one, we see our main character. She's working at this bureau. In a way, from everything I've seen. I've honestly kind of tried to stay away from the story, but I've seen her work in this like office building. It kind of has like a weird X-Files vibe to me. The combat is very it's third-person shooting. It's pulled back and away from the character. It's very fast-paced. It's a lot of moving and using whatever powers that the character has. The combat reminds me a lot more of Quantum Break, which kind of makes me sad. I'm not gonna lie. If I can take a second to kind of tangent before we start, I've never been a fan of like soft cover systems and third-person shooters where I'm pulled far away from my character. I've never been a big fan of those. I actually like a nice tight over-the-shoulder camera, more Gears of War, where it's kind of a stop and pop sort of shooter. I prefer those. And now if you want to tell me, well, the more soft cover system is a little bit more realistic, yeah, sure. You're not wrong there. But I never know exactly when I'm not in cover. I feel like sometimes I accidentally expose myself. It just, something about it just never feels as satisfying as playing a, it feels way more chaotic than playing a more like Gears-based stop-pop shooter. But, you know, hell, I get a new Gears game in about 2 weeks, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, it's just some stuff from what I've seen. But overall, I've heard a lot of people have been loving this game. The thing that Remedy does so well is setting tone in crafting their narratives. Again, Alan Wake was so just dark and creepy and mysterious, never knowing the full story of what the hell's going on. Similar thing in Quantum Break, but Quantum Break was more of a thriller than it was kind of like a mystery. I mean, there were some still questions to be answered, but it wasn't necessarily kind of horror or scary or whatever. It was more of, like I said, a thriller. And I think this one's going to be kind of a halfway between a thriller and a mystery in a horror game. There we go. Because I don't think it's going to be out horror. I don't think it's going to be an out thriller. I think it's like I said, comparing it to an X-Files episode, I think is a good place to compare it. So a lot of people have talked about the tone and really been talking about talking this game up the last day or so. So I'm excited. I've yacked enough. Let's hop in. I do want to give you guys real quick while I'm vibration strength, whatever. That's all fine. There's one thing I want to make sure we have. If anybody's wondering, I am playing on Xbox One. Audio language is English. I'm gonna mute copyright. I like that I can mute copyrighted music. Yeah, I'm not. My channel's not monetized. I don't have that subscriber count. But I'd rather not have to worry about a video being blocked or whatever. So yeah, we are blocking subtitle. We are blocking copyrighted music. I like that. I like that option. Yeah, we should be good. What was I saying? This video probably won't be super. I could have just hit subtitles there, but whatever. Won't be super long. This will actually kind of be on the short side. I just got home from work. I was trying to get home earlier than I was, but it just didn't happen. I got out of work like an hour early. But it's like 3 in the morning, and like I said, I just pulled about a 7-hour shift, so I'm kind of beat. So it's probably going to be a shorter. What was I thinking? This will probably be a video on the shorter end, but after this, I'm going to grab some sleep and wake up and probably do a more meatier video. Although who knows? I'm saying it probably won't be a massive video, but you know me, I sometimes say, well, I'm not planning on...
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Okay.
Yeah, I see it. But what is it? I can feel it. It resonates. The things you show me, my friend, I forget. It's all in my head. There's no you, right?
Okay, it's a little tighter on the shoulder than I thought it was going to be. I was going to be a little further away.
In the right direction.
Oh yeah, I got some materials for pre-ordering the game. I forgot I got some crafting stuff. Oh crap! So I'm so used to playing my Switch now that I forgot what button is A. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials, unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils, any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. What the fuck? The Federal Bureau of Control. Interesting. Alright, maybe this game's going to be a lot more horror than I think it is. I'm getting massive, oh shit,
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
I'm trying to think what... Oh my god, why can't I think of the game? Sebastian Castellanos. Why can't I remember the name of the game? Holy shit, I love the game too. Evil Within.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Why were you looking? Again, I'm asking questions that are probably going to be answered later. You know me, I hate to wait. I always have to, I want to know everything up front. Alright, redacted a shark in his redacted, although secure redacted, permission to redacted, following basic protocol redacted, shoot to kill, good luck. This is like I said, I'm getting like X-Files episode. Kind of like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Want to hear that music? Hello, all. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due at the end of the week. We're still waiting for them from a number of people. If you, okay. The lighting is The lighting is fantastic.
Hello?
How it's it's just dark enough that it gives off a really eerie, kind of like foreboding feel, but at the same time it's so well lit that I can still see where I'm going and I know what's happening. It's not just dark.
Excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
What the
I've
fuck?
done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
Welcome to the oldest house.
I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Wait a minute, though. No way. Did they? Wasn't there a... Whoa. Or am I completely blind? There was a way back. Yeah, because we came this way. Unless I got turned around in all these offices. Yeah. I saw that that little thing in the load screen where it said new employees get confused by the shifting hallways. Yeah. Because Vati, whatever his name was, wasn't there originally. Oh, that's awesome. Super cool.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Okay. Oh, that is a dope transition.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
This is interesting. See, I kind of like how she's not just how to put it. It's one of those, she's narrating, but unlike a lot of things where it's just the narration is just something to be in a lot of games, the narration is, yes, it's done for the player's benefit, but it's almost like we're hearing the character's thoughts. And this is almost as if she's talking to us. You know, it's more fourth wall breaking. You know, it's like, hey, did I lose you there, you know? So, I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised if partway through we find out this entire game's a flashback or something. I don't know. You know, like, are we supposed to be doing the whole questioning? Is Jesse here an unreliable narrator, or what's going on? Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench.
Shit. Shit.
Okay.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
See that again is.
Was coming here a mistake?
See, what's with the you see the environment? You're seeing that it's kind of like flashing. It's.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place.
Say you must be chosen to be the chosen one. So the interesting. So it's a. So the gun. So the gun is basically choosing whether or not we're worthy of being, I'm gonna guess, the director? Whoa.
The same gun.
Chosen to be chosen.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Cool. Okay, so it recharges. It seems like headshots don't do any more. Headshots don't do any more damage than... You/we... So you wield the gun, we wield you.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
They're sliding in some live action shit here.
It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Oh, sweet. So, okay, so we're here looking for Jesse's brother who was taken. I'm going to guess he exhibited some sort of power or something for that altered world event, or AWEs or whatever. Holy shit, that was awesome.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Seems like headshots don't do anything more than just regular shots. This is really freaking cool. I'll say this, the combat, way
Secure line of communication.
way sharper than I thought it was going to be.
Reach the hotline.
The hotline.
No, okay, never mind. It looks like headshots do. Headshots do critical damage. Yeah, materials, my loadout, personal mods. Okay, health recovery. Sure. So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege. Okay, so the service weapon. No unique procedures required. Description, para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. I'm going to assume that's the director. The object will determine whether redacted, rejected, the applicant is terminated. Okay, so like Trench, he tried to bond with this thing and it kills him. This process is dictated by the redacted, though the criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis redacted many forms throughout history. Redacted Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varun Astra. I don't know. All weapons that redacted of their wielders If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of the event. If this is the case, redacted, see Dr. Darling's presentation 11.1 for more details. Checked corresponding AWE and Duluth.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Alright, this is way more Alan Wake in tone than I was expecting. It's way darker than I was expecting as well. I mean, I'm loving it. I mean, usually I'm not somebody who loves having constant... I like things explained to me as we go, just like anyone else. But there's a level of it that... How to explain it? Well, yes, I do enjoy having things explained to me as we go. I still like...
Tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Okay, so that babble that I'm hearing is more than just conversations. It's trying to mess with our mind. Okay, so this whole game is it's about perception. I'm guessing. At least that's how I'm understanding things. Central Executive.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Okay, so we can fast travel and all that. I have a special outfit. Nah, we're gonna go with the just normal. Oh, so that's showing us the... That's showing us the objective.
Compromised agents.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jessie.
Okay, Jessie. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
That works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jessie, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the Hiss out.
Interesting. Oh, this is so fucking cool. Again, the concept of control in this game goes even deeper than what I was thinking, because it's not just... I'm trying to think here. It's not perception and control. It's control. God damn. I'm sorry. I'm. My mind is fucking blown here with what we've seen so far. Oh my God. Wow. I'm sorry. The whole concept of control, I've been misunderstanding it. I figured it would be something about Jesse's powers and all this stuff, you know, in almost a sense of domination in the term control. I was thinking of it in too narrow of a scope. What it's pushing by this idea of control, it's us, the player, controlling Jessie. She's almost speaking with us inside her own mind. I'm so curious, is this going to be like a Deadpool moment that she knows she's in a video game? Or what the is going on? I generally don't like having so many unanswered questions right off the bat. I like at least some, because then I always have a feeling that I'm not anchored in the situation, that I'm in just such a nebulous place. It feels like I'm in a free fall, that I can't center myself. But I've been given just enough. Like, I know why Jessie's here. She's here to find her brother. Okay, she's alluded to this, and you know what? And they've done it in a really good way of not just out and out telling us why. I can pull this down because we've basically been looking at it. You could pause and read that if you'd like. So, you know, Jessie has told us why, but not through just normal dialogue. You know, we've heard her talking about it, so that's what we know. Again, this this weird thing on the edge of the screen. Again, that's for us to see and us to know what's the objective. But they're explaining it something. There's something going on inside of Jesse's mind. Again, the fact that she keeps talking to us, that she knows there's there's an audience or an entity.
The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
I mean, this whole pyramid thing, which is the central board. It's like I have so many questions. Like, what's the central board? Exactly, what is the Federal Bureau of Control? Again, I think it's kind of like a Men in Black, so like X-Files sort of thing going on right now. Why does Jessie? Why is she talking to us? What exactly is her past? You know, I feel like I know just enough that that I'm definitely interested and want to know more. But at the same time, it's been told to me in such a good way so far, and I know I'm gushing about the first like 30 minutes, but wow, I am fucking blown away.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. A few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench? The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the Director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the Director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Oh my god, I think I just peed my pants a little bit.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
Holy shit, that was so
The
cool.
department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now.
Holy shit. I'm sorry. I gotta pause right now because there are so many things. Again, this concept of control is super interesting. This whole idea this game is dealing with so much. There's like weird parts of perception. Again, I'm so curious. Like, are we supposed to be taking Jessie at her word? Is she a faithful narrator? Because again, everything that we're seeing is from her point of view, but at the same time, she has to be a faithful narrator because we're experiencing it with her, not like she's telling us from the future her telling us. No, we're getting her thoughts in real time. So she's telling us, oh, I'm going to lie to her. Oh, maybe I've told her too much. We're getting bits and pieces of the backstory. I'm not saying it's completely without just exposition dumping, but it's doing a great job of just piecing things out and giving things naturally in conversation. I am fucking blown away by this game. It's so much more Alan Wake than I thought it was going to be. I mean, that last thing with that zoom in on the telephone, like right there, that's like, you know how like Alan Wake was kind of divided up into like episodes? Like that's where it was, you know, where we would have had like an episode break or whatever, and you know, previously on Alan Wake. Oh my god! Again, this is so much more Alan Wake than I was expecting. Again, I am fucking blown away. Again, combat is so freaking good. I mean, narrative, combat, the characters are so again, it's one of those. Just like Alan Wake, I have so many questions, but it doesn't. But I still feel centered. Like I at least have a general grasp of what's happening. Again, kind of like Alan Wake. It's even though if I don't understand what the phenomenon is and what's going on overall, I at least have a grasp of what I need to do and what I'm doing in the moment. I really love what is happening. Oh my god, this is so fucking good.
Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay.
Saying again, what are we to her? Oh my god, so many questions. But no, again, I love that. I keep bringing it up. The idea of perception, I think, is so cool in this. Again, unless you're looking for the house, you can't find it. You know, it's such an interesting idea. Again, reminds me a whole hell of a lot of Men in Black for some reason.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will.
Seeing that other people pick it up tend to shoot themselves.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Sort of.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay, so the objects of power, like the service weapon, are things that can be picked up and used by peri-utilitarian. That's like Jesse. They're people who can use these items. At least, again, as far as I'm understanding this. And then there's the other objects that I can't remember the term she used for them, that basically exist, that you can't connect with and control them. They're basically just there. It's an interesting idea. I get this whole, I don't know, tell me, what do you think about this stuff? Does this count as like exposition dumping? Because it's not just explaining the story. It's, I think, just giving us a deeper understanding so we don't have to read a whole bunch of, you know, found items about how all this shit works and all the terminology in the world. I like this kind of stuff, but I also like how it's completely optional.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Wait, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
All right, well, it looks like we've gotten everything we could out of Pope here.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
My God, this game is so freaking cool. I'm absolutely loving this. I'm loving this way more than I thought I would. I mean, this is so freaking cool. You're probably gonna hear me say this a lot, but this is why I love Remedy. They do this weird shit so well. I can't wait to continue, but I really, if I don't stop now, I'm going to play for like another hour, and I really do need to rest my brain and grab some sleep. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first part. We'll be back with more in a little bit. As always, social media, that is Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links to that stuff is down in the description below. Like, comment, not already, please subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more next time. Until then, my name's AJ Gels, Something Game Channel. I'm out.